like he said the point of doing a mantra is to unite with God. The point of all of our spiritual practice is to unite with God. The word yoga literally means union. Union with what? Union with the divine. So all of that which we do, the ultimate goal is union with God. My mantra serves me well. And then the second part of his question, so he said, the point of the mantra is to unite with God. How can I turn this wandering, wavering mind into a prayer? So it was a very beautiful question. The chanting of the mantra, though, which is the solution to the wandering, wavering mind, because it's very hard to be focused on a prayer when the mind is in 100 places. You know, think about you're sitting in front of your beloved. Okay? And you say, God, I love you. But if your mind is on the work that you've got left, or your mind is on, you know, the casserole in the oven even, or wherever your mind may be, the beloved, you feel it. You understand this person is not quite with me. They're not really there. And we say it to each other sometimes. Where are you? You're not here. Where are you? We feel that in each other. You're sitting before me physically, but you're not really here. And so prayer is an I love you to God. We mistakenly think of prayer as it's sort of like, you know, a shopping expedition. Oh God, please give me this or give me that or give me this. But that's not really what prayer is. Prayer is connecting to God. Pujya Swamiji says, when you speak to God, it's prayer. When God speaks to you, it's meditation. So the I love you to God is prayer. And if we are all capable of knowing when our beloved is not really fully there, surely God is also able to know, Acha, this one's not really with me today. And so when our mind wanders, one of the great antidotes to that is mantra. Now the mantra, again, as I said earlier, is not just a solution to the wandering mind. It's a much, much deeper and more powerful practice. But one of the things it does do is gives us something to focus on. When in the 8 limbs of yoga, Patanjali talks about single-pointed focus. Well, the mantra gives us something to be single-pointedly focused on. So at least it takes our mind from being in 1,000 places and puts it on the mantra. When my mind is on the mantra, see, remember what the mantras are. The words of the mantras are all connection to God. Whether it's connection to God in the form of Shiva, or connection to God in the form of Vishnu or his incarnations, or connection to God in the form of the mother goddess, the Shakti, whatever it may be, the mantras are this spiritual science of surrendering ourselves to God with the science of sound. And that's why saying, for example, I love you, Shiva, on the inside might work very nicely. My heart doesn't need it to be in Sanskrit. My heart is good. I love you, Shiva. I love you, Krishna. No problem whatsoever. Say it in any language. It'll work in terms of connecting to God. And yet, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The mantras that were given for the different incarnations are not just the Sanskrit translation of, I love you Shiva, I love you Krishna. It's the sacred science of sound. And so what you've got is something that enables you to stay focused, so that the thoughts are not bothering you, so that, as I began, there's space into which grace can flow, so you can connect with God. So space for that union. And the sacred science of the sound itself carries you across that ocean to that connection. And so what I would say for you is, begin by saying to God, okay, God, you have created me, you have created my mind, therefore my wandering mind is also you, right? We offer it all, everything to God. The prayer that we chant down on the banks of Ganga every evening, just before the Purnahuti, as Puja Swamiji comes down, is a prayer that says, oh God, whatever I do with my speech, with my hands, with my work, with my body, whatever I do with my mind, I offer it all to you. Anything and everything that any part of me has done or experienced, I offer it all to you. And that includes my wandering mind. And so, literally, offer it. Okay, God, here it is. This is also you. Everything is divine, everything is God, everything is holy. So this is also you. So you offer the mind as that prayer. And then chant the mantra as a way to hear God's response in meditation. And to enable you to offer the prayer in a way that feels more connected, not as wandering.